W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of The Voids by Ryan O'Connor, narrated by Robin Laing. 1. I was living on the 14th floor of a condemned high-rise. I was all alone up there, one of the few remaining tenants in the building. The others, a character known as the Birdman, and several pensioners who hadn't set foot on terra firma for years, were scattered throughout the floors below. At some point, all maintenance had ceased. Then the lifts had been decommissioned. Then the intercom system stopped working. It was only a matter of time before they disconnected the utilities. After this, those of us who remained would be cut off altogether. We were the irredeemable, the unremembered. The Birdman was in his late 40s and had a flat on the 4th floor that he shared with a flock of pigeons. Regardless of the weather, his living room window was always open to allow the birds to come and go. Every morning he'd be there in his guano-covered dressing gown, dragging his oxygen tank back and forth as he fed the pigeons jostling and cooing loudly on his windowsill. I'd call up to him from the car park and ask how things were, and he'd smile and respond with the same answer every time. "Look around!" he'd yell with his arms outstretched like some profane Christ the Redeemer heralding catastrophe. "Can you no see it's shite? The world is full of shite, and it's getting shiter." Then he'd laugh himself into a coughing and wheezing fit and start groping for his oxygen mask while being engulfed by a storm of wings. As for the pensioners, I would never have known they were there if I hadn't looked up as I walked towards the high-rise and caught sight of them standing at their windows. Sometimes there'd only be one or two. At other times there would be several of them scattered across the great geometric sweep of its facade. Forgotten sentinels, hovering behind clouds or sunlight reflecting off the glass, like ghost figures in double negatives. The only people I came into direct contact with were heroin addicts. Desperate for their fix, they'd shoot up as soon as they managed to get inside the building, and were usually too strung out to make it up more than a few flights of stairs. I'd pass them gouching in the foyer, or dragging themselves up the stairwell, emaciated, dying of a thirst that would never be quenched, like pilgrims lost in the desert. One guy made it as far as the 7th floor once. He was slouched in the corner of the landing and nodding off as I came down the stairs towards him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?